Ready for questions. Just feel like you weren't consistent enough throughout this game to give yourself a chance?
Well, I think that was pretty evident. You go on the road and you make that many mistakes, you're not going to have a chance to win the ball game. I thought we came out in the second half and played with more energy and effort. Thought we weren't playing with enough energy and effort in the first half. Second half we did. It was a great job by the defense holding them to 3, and then getting the drive going. We get another turnover, which killed us, and then get down to a 1-score game, and we need to get a stop. We couldn't get a stop, but you got penalties and turnovers. Put you behind the 8 ball, and we got to be more consistent on offense. We got to find better ways to move the football.
The penalties seem to come at really bad times for you guys too. It's not just they actually had more penalty yardage than you. Yours seem to just come at really difficult time, bad timing, third down stops that are overturned.
Yeah. It's you got to be disciplined. Got to go back and look at the film and see what's causing those penalties and find a way to correct them. You can't put yourself in that situation, get a stop, have a penalty. Got a drive going, have multiple penalties in a row to put you behind the chains that much. I don't know what it was overall, but I thought we were decent on third down. Probably not as good as we've been being, but we got to do a better job on first and second down and stop putting so much pressure on us on third down.
Mike, you talked about the blueprint on Monday. Did the team fit it this week, or did Utah State this week?
You got to give Utah State credit. They did a nice job coming up off the bye week and doing some different things offensively, getting their quarterback free, and he played an outstanding game for them. I thought we settled down and played a little bit better in the second half. We just let a couple runs get out on us, and we got to do a better job of that. Too many explosive runs on defense, and then offensively again, turnovers and penalties hurt us, and we didn't do a great job of. I don't know how many sacks we actually gave up, but there's too much pressure on the quarterback. We had open guys several times, and we couldn't get our feet set to throw a good ball. So it's disappointing. Not real happy about the performance, but at the end of the day, we got to go back to work on Monday because we got one of the top teams in the country coming into town.
Did they do anything different with Myers than you expected, or is that pretty much what you thought they might do?
Well, they did a couple little different wrinkles. They did a nice job with him. I thought on their waggle and boot series of getting him on the perimeter and letting him throw some easy completions. They did a lot of the fly sweep stuff that had hurt us last week, which we expected. At times we were really good at it, and at times we fit it wrong. And when you fit it wrong against a running quarterback, you've got a chance for a big play. So,
Nick,
go ahead, Terry.
Nick airmails some balls, but he kept some plays alive.
Yeah, he did.
Did you consider changing quarterbacks?
Yeah, we were planning on playing Coleman in the first half, and then the second half we were going to play him in the third series. But Nick had a good drive going and felt more comfortable. I thought, I got to go back and look at the film, but I thought Nick did an outstanding job today of keeping plays alive. And you see guys running open, and we missed them, but he's having to step up and shed a tackler and make a throw. The one to BC down the middle in the first half, he had to break a tackle to get the ball thrown. And they're doing a great job. They do a great job with their front. You got to give them credit for getting pressure and confusing us a little bit up front. We got to go back to the drawing board and figure out a better way to protect him.
Late in the first quarter and early in the second, you get that 10-point run. Did you feel like you had something figured out, and then it just went away from you?
Yeah, we felt confident that we had some good plays and we're going to be able to execute some things, and we just didn't execute them the way we would have liked. And you got to give them credit for making plays. And I thought we did a nice job in the second half of coming back and adjusted with a little bit of our passing game, but still we didn't protect enough. And then we hit the one explosive play to Xavier, but other than that, we missed some guys down the field.
First 3 weeks, you guys had success against the run. The last 2, you guys have been gashed against option read teams. Is that just a lack of discipline, you think?
Well, when you play teams that run the zone read and the option and have the fly motions with the powers and the counters, quarterback runs with the force protectors, you got to be disciplined. I got to look at the film to tell you for sure, but nobody should be running scot-free. So I'm sure somebody misfit a gap, and then we're trying to sell out too to try to keep them out of field goal range, right there. And that's what happens when you're selling out, blitzing, and they fit it up perfect, which they might have had the best call on. So we got to go back and look at it. But when you're behind there and you're trying to sell out and run, we were stuffing a lot of them, but then if they get the right call, they got a chance to spit it, which they did.
Mike, you've been around young teams before and all. Did you get the sense your team sometimes is playing like a young team?
Yeah, I get the sense we're all playing like freshmen. And it's a lot to do with a new coaching staff. There's no carryover from the previous years, and we're making some mistakes that cost you ball games. You rep plays and rep them all week, and it comes down to execution. And it starts with me. I got to do a better job of making sure that the plan we bring into the game that we can execute. I've said that from day one since I took the job, and obviously we're not executing the way that we need to be successful. Again, there was fight. There were guys playing hard, but we're not executing at a level to win a ball game. And we got to get it figured out, because we got a talented team coming in next week.